Hi all, how you doing? Hope you're doing great wherever you are in the world. So we're taking a look at Aerodrome. We've looked at Aerodrome in the past, but we're having a look at it again because it's obviously been on a bit of an upturn. Past day, it's up 3%. Past 7 days, more importantly, it's up 50%. But in reality, it's really only gained its losses, okay? So over the past month, it's down 1.8%. So effectively, Aerodrome's just got back its losses. And why is that? Well, if you look at the base chain on defillama, you can see we had a big dip here, and now we're sort of back to where we were. Okay, so we've got a lot of the TVL back. So total value locked in base is $1.63 billion. Now, how does Aerodrome work? Well, it's quite complicated. You got a little bit of a graph here, okay? Not a graph, a chart, infographic, okay? So in effect, you get various fees in the various pools, and then you get this aero token as yeah, as potential rewards. Now, aero is the main token for Aerodrome, and then you also get this VE aero token. So participants can lock their arrow, which is what I've done, and many people are doing or have done as well, to be able to vote on the next epoch. So each epoch is every single week. If we go to Dune Analytics, we can see that we're in epoch 46. And that's important to know that because things change depending on the epoch. As we get further down the line, things will change for the better. Okay. But we're just kind of building up at the moment still. We're still in our infancy. Okay, so this project hasn't even been going 1 year yet, so we're still early to Aerodrome. Um, so you can lock up your aero and you receive VE aero. Okay, and we'll get to how much aero you get in a bit. So VE aero voters are rewarded proportionate to the locked amounts for their votes with 100% of the protocol trading fees from the previous epoch and any additional voters incentives from the current epoch. So effectively, VE Aero voters will get the rewards from the trading fees. Okay. Okay. Tokenomics. Aero ERC 20 utility token of the protocol. VE Aero ERC 721. That's a governance token in the form of an NFT. So that's what you get. You get an NFT, and most people will have got an NFT if you held the Velodrome token. So it's very similar to the Velodrome token, the Velodrome project, should I say. The funny thing is about this is that Aerodrome is much bigger than Velodrome now. And so it's kind of strange how Aerodrome's completely overtaken Velodrome. But people will have received the Aero tokens, the Aero NFT basically, by holding Velo, and that's how I got mine. So VE Aero is used for governance. Any Aero holder can vote, escrow their tokens, and receive a VE Aero, also known as a locked VE NFT, in exchange. Additional tokens can be added to the VE Aero NFT at any time. Okay. The lock period, also known as vote escrowed period, hence the VE prefix. Okay, so that's what VE stands for, vote escrowed, can be up to 4 years, following the linear relationship shown below. Now they say, so can be up to 4 years, and most people actually do have it for 4 years. If we have a look at the June analytics, go through some of the, if you have a look here, the average lock duration of Aerodrome is actually 3.87 years. Okay. That is the average lock. So it's pretty much full on for everybody. Because the reason being is that a lot of people have automatic locks. So they simply relock up their tokens all the time. Okay. So they have an automatic lock. If you don't want to do that automatic lock, then the time will drop down. Okay. But if you want to relock your tokens, it'll then cost you. Whereas if you have automatic lock, you don't have to keep paying fees to lock it up. Okay. So that's one advantage. So you can see here, 100 aero locked up for 4 years will become 100 VE aero. So it's a 1 for 1 if you lock up for 4 years. But if you lock up for only 1 year, then that 100 aero will become 25 veaero. And this is basically your voting number of votes you've got. So if you only lock up for 1 year, you'll get a quarter. It's directly proportional to the amount of time you've got locked your aero tokens. Okay, so the longer vesting time, the higher the voting power of the underlying lock balance. Okay, additionally, Aerodrome locked NFTs can be set into auto max lock. Okay, and that's indeed what many people do, and that's why you've got this high 3.87 years in there, which are treated by the protocol as being locked for the maximum duration of 4 years, and their voting power does not decay. Okay, so that's what happens if you don't have auto max lock, then your voting power decays over time. So the auto max lock feature can be turned on and off for each lock VE NFT. Okay, emissions. Initial supply of aero is 500 million, with 450 million distributed as vote locked tokens. Weekly emissions will begin being at 10 million aero, 2% of the initial supply. The emission schedule will follow these phases. So this is important. So takeoff during the first 14 weeks, so the first 14 epochs, so we're through that now. Emissions will increase at 3% per week, allowing for rapid growth in protocol activity and partner onboarding. Cruise. After epoch 14, emissions will decay at 1% per epoch, ensuring total supply inflation decreases over time as the protocol matures. So that's currently where we're at. We're now in cruise mode, okay? Aero Fed, when emissions programmatically drop under 9 million per epoch, approximately epoch 67. Okay, so this is what we're kind of leading to. veaero voters will take control of Aerodrome's monetary policy. Through the Aero Fed system, voters will collectively make one of 3 choices each epoch. Increase emissions by 0.01% of total supply. Okay, decrease emissions by 0.01% or do nothing. Okay, so clearly after week 67, the voters will have control of the project effectively, of the supply, and I suspect therefore that people want to decrease it. I mean, they won't want more tokens in inflating they won't want higher inflation, basically, in my opinion, but I could be wrong there. The winning vote will be determined by a simple majority vote. Okay, and then you've also got this rebase token as well, the rebase, sorry. veaero holders receive a rebase proportional to aero emissions and to the ratio of veaero to aero supply, reducing vote power dilution for veaero. This weekly rebase amount is calculated with the following formula. This rebase formula will reward veaero holders most when locking rates decrease, incentivizing new lockers to step in. veaero supply does not affect weekly emissions distributed to liquidity providers. Project emission schedule. No, project below uses a 40% emissions lock rate and assumes veaero Fed keeps emissions constant. Okay, so you got a little chart there. Emission rewards. Each epoch aero emissions are distributed to liquidity pools proportionate to the veaero voting power the pools receive. Liquidity providers, LPs, can stake their LP positions to receive a share of the aero distributed to each pool, proportionate to the size of positions and time staked. These rewards are distributed during the whole epoch and available for claiming as these accrue. And the team here get 5%, they're saying. To cover ongoing expenses, all the upcoming development efforts, 5% of the emissions will be going to the team address. Okay, so let's have a quick look at the June analytics. Some of these I can't quite make head or tail of why they are different at certain times. Okay, current TVL, 605 million. Aerodrome for this epoch. Aerodrome epoch, $16 billion, is that? Oh, that's the cumulative volume. Okay. Cumulative swap fees are 33 million. And you got TVL Aerodrome pools. So epoch 46, you can see here the various pools. WEF USDC 61 million, for example. The orange one, USDC Aero 86 million. OVN USD Plus is quite another popular one. So that's overnight finance OVN. Mavio WEF 5 million. WEF Climber. So Climber DAO is about 16 million. Volume in each pool. This is why I don't understand. It seems it's bigger here than 45. But yeah, if you look at this graph, I thought maybe I'm getting something wrong here. Volume. Aerodrome pool. It's one based on dollars and one volume or something. I'm not quite sure. So there's plenty of analytics here. You've also got this slipstream. Okay, and that hasn't really taken off, okay, but it has made a little bit of a difference. But it's not really taken off when they did it about 10 weeks ago. Yeah, so here, slipstream, TVL 91 million, basic is 514 million. But if you look at the fees for slipstream, they are bigger as a percentage. Okay, so if you look at the swap fees of 407,000 there for the basic, but the swap fees for slipstream is 205,000. So the actual fees you're getting are bigger due to slipstream. So it has a kind of bigger impact. And there we go, the importance, 3.87 years, as I've already talked about. 18,000 veaero holders. Okay. Wonder what the average is. I'm not sure how you find that. Lot aero percentage. So that looks like it's going up. Circulated locked. Okay, so it is going up. Yeah, it's slowly going up. So as more comes out, it's obviously get more distribution of aero each month. It is more of it is getting locked away as well, which is usually good for the project. Not TVL. People talk about TVL all the time, and it going up is usually a good thing. So there's plenty of stats you can look at there. Pull the fee rewards have gone up this month. You can see quite a lot. 45 was pretty down, and now we've gone up quite a lot on epoch 46. Bribe rewards low at the moment, 46, although I'm guessing we haven't finished it yet, so that'll probably go up. So the bribes you get when you vote, you'll get those rewards. Anyway, so there's plenty of to look at, and we've obviously had a good week for aero, going up 50%. So let me know in the comments if you're in aero. It's a good way of getting a weekly amount of money, a yield on your money if you lock your aero away in voting rewards and fees and stuff. Okay, thanks for listening. Don't forget to like and subscribe.